Good morning, third graders. And you've taken a look at animal survival. And one of the things you did was one of the first things I sent home was an animal groups, behaviors, um, survival piece. Well, I want to go over each of those animal groups. Today on Seesaw, I assigned one more animal group to take a look at. And this was a video about some penguins. So you'll take care of that today. And I'm going to show you some of the answers, some of the things that we look at. Some animals survive great in groups. Some animals survive great on their own. They may be in a group to start out, but then once they get old enough, as a baby, they're in that family group. But as they get old enough, they get big enough, they're adapted to go take care of themselves. Others, it's better to be in a group. So let's take a look at some of those groups. Let's grab the camera from my camera person so he can get back to his work. All right, so the first one we looked at was the pack of wolves. And as we looked at that pack of wolves, we saw that they would travel in that straight line. Well, the strongest one breaks the path, and then the weaker ones, old or injured, they don't have to work as hard. But in addition to that, how do you think the animal survives in habitat from that picture? Well, that's snow. Walking through deep snow can be very hard. It takes a lot of energy. But also, in order to survive in that colder environment, it takes a lot of energy because you got to create all your own body heat. So by using less energy, helps them survive more. Next one. Zebras. It's that color pattern. Being in a group, that striping helps them be hard to tell apart. And from a distance, it's kind of hard to tell where's the head and where's the tail end. And usually when a predator goes to attack an animal, they go toward that head. They aren't going to go toward the tail. And if they go toward the tail, well, those zebras could kick them. And also, predators look for the smallest, the weakest. And it's harder to tell that by being in that group with all of those stripes and everything around them. So, how do you think the animal survives in its habitat? Well, by being together in a group, they're harder to see, less likely to be attacked by predators. And there's several more reasons, but those are the main ones. Clump of Canada geese. When we see those geese, they fly in that V shape. That V shape helps kind of break the front air, and the ones behind it, they can get kind of pulled along, and they don't have to flap their wings as hard, so they aren't getting as tired. Also, they honk at each other. Kind of keeps them psyched up. But at the same time, when they start to get tired, one can go toward the back of that's called a skein, the V, and they use less energy there. And so that helps them to conserve energy. So a lot of times we've seen two that conserve energy, and one, power in numbers so that they can kind of hide from predators out in the open. The gray wolf as well, they're going together in a pack. And so as they go together in a pack, it's easier to get bigger animals, larger prey. And, speaking of that, a pride of lions. Those lions, they live in the family. Okay, so they're led by a few males, but many more lionesses, female lions. And by being together in a group, it helps them to hunt that big prey. And so working together, they can get a lot of food with a little bit of effort. In addition, we see at the bottom, lions also clean each other with their bumpy tongues, take turns with grooming. And so they work together to keep everybody healthy and safe. Pod of orcas. Now, these use echolocation, and they hunt and travel together. And that echolocation helps them find each other as well. And there's a great, Disney Plus right now has a great nature show about dolphins living in a reef. And it does show the orcas coming in and how they work together to hunt, how they work together to get food for each other, how they just live together and they communicate and they can be heard many, many miles away. And so, how do you think this animal survives in its habitat from the picture? Hey, they've got fins, they use echolocation. It's great in the wide open ocean because then they can find the fish. They can also find each other. And so, living in groups benefits them as well. A parade of elephants. There's also a great Disney Plus documentary on elephants. It's fantastic. It shows them moving from one watering hole to another. It's amazing. And so with that parade of elephants, it's all females. And what they do is they work together to care for the baby elephants. In fact, the matriarch, the oldest female elephant, actually kind of helps everybody to learn how to care for the young and kind of keep them safe. And even when they get old, they take care of each other. If there's danger, well, they make sounds. And also what they do is they put the weaker ones, if they're threatened, in the middle. So you've got those bigger ones on the outside to protect them. So how do you think this animal survives in that habitat from the picture? By being together and being as big as they are, they can keep even a big pride of lions away. Not all the time, but a majority of the time, because they put the weaker ones toward the middle. All right? So, animals survive in groups. Some have behaviors that help them to survive better. Today, find out about the penguins. All right? The video, all of that's posted on Seesaw for you. Enjoy, guys. Bye.